Hello everyone, kumusta po kayo? I hope that you are all doing good. In our previous video, we were able to cater some questions from our viewers and subscribers. In this video, we will continue to answer more questions that are posted in the comment section of our published videos. But before that, if you are new to this channel, I would like to invite you to subscribe to this channel and feel free to click on that notification bell icon so that you will get notified of our future videos. Maraming salamat po. The first question is from Gracie Grace. I'm a Filipino and a holder of a dual citizenship, Philippines and Dutch passports. I have a property both in the Philippines and in the Netherlands. My children also born in the Philippines and also have a dual citizenship. Is there any conflict that would arise when they inherit my property? Insofar as the Philippine law is concerned, your children, regardless of their nationality or citizenship, they are entitled to inherit your property in the Philippines on your demise, and that includes real property. With more reason that your children are Filipino dual citizens and therefore they are also Filipino citizens, so this should not be much of a concern. Children are considered as among the compulsory heirs under the Civil Code of the Philippines, so they can legally inherit from you. But to be candid with you, I can only speak about what the Philippine law provides. I am not familiar with the property and inheritance law of the Netherlands. If a dual Filipino and Dutch citizen passes away, conflict of law may possibly arise when the inheritance law of the Netherlands and that of the Philippines are not in agreement with each other. So yes, conflict may possibly arise. So I would suggest that you prepare an estate plan while you still can. An estate plan would set out what are needed to be done to avoid a complicated process of transfer of inheritance to your heirs when you pass away. It may include the execution of a last will and testament. I previously published a video about last will and testament. You may want to watch that video. The next question is from VP40 RW53. So I'm a natural-born Filipino citizen and a green card holder married to American, soon to be naturalized as US citizen. After I become a US citizen and will not renounce as dual, what's going to happen to our report of marriage and report of birth in the Philippines? Would it be automatically discarded? I would like to clarify this. When you apply for dual citizenship, meaning to retain or to reacquire your Philippine citizenship under RA 9225, there is no requirement of renunciation. Maybe what VP means to say is that if one decides not to have dual citizenship, will the birth and marriage records in the Philippines be discarded? It does not operate that way. Your birth and marriage records in the Philippines will remain. If ever there are changes in your citizenship or status, in all likelihood, they will simply be annotated in your records. May tanong po tayo mula kay Tatay Dionisio Buenaventura. Hello po. I am a dual citizen, Filipino-Canadian citizen. I don't own anything in the Philippines or no assets at all, and I'm living in Canada permanently. And also, I don't own anything in Canada, but I am retired Canadian. I'd like to retain my Canadian citizenship and give up my Filipino citizenship. My question is, how can I do that? Please help. My name is Dionisio Buenaventura. Thank you po. There is a process known as renunciation of citizenship. You can do your renunciation of your Philippine citizenship at the Philippine consulate that is nearest to your location. I will no longer discuss the process and the requirements for that because I already made a video about renunciation of citizenship. I suggest that you just watch this video. May tanong din po tayo mula kay Nanay Amelia Calpito. Ang sabi po niya, Tagalog please para sa matandang mahirap umintindi ng English. SS pension sa USA, taxable ba sa Pilipinas? Kung doon ka sa Pilipinas titira for good? Better explain also in Tagalog. Salamat. Okay po. Tinalakay ko na po yung topic na to in this video. Sana po ay panoorin po ninyo. But then, sasagutin ko pa rin po yung tanong ninyo. Base po sa tax treaty sa pagitan ng Pilipinas at ng Estados Unidos, hindi po taxable sa Pilipinas ang Social Security Pension na tinatanggap po ninyo mula sa Estados Unidos. Ang tax treaty po ay isang kasunduan sa pagitan ng dalawang bansa at minsan po mahigit pa sa dalawang bansa. Nagkaroon po ng tax treaty ang Pilipinas at Estados Unidos noon pa pong 1982. We have another question from Miss Marinette Nopal. Hi po, I am about to gain my Australian citizenship, in which case I will lose my Filipino citizenship. In this case, can I still buy a piece of land in the Philippines to build a house on, residential, or do I need to reapply for dual citizenship, then buy the land in my name? Thank you so much po. I have already answered a similar question in our previous video. If you are a former natural-born Filipino citizen, you can still be a transferee of a residential lot under BP 185 and another lot for business purposes under RA 8179. This you can do without having a dual citizenship. I have already explained that in this video. Sana po ay panoorin po ninyo. And we also have a question from Sweden. Galing po ito kay Miss Vikings. Hello, I am a dual citizen of Sweden and Philippines. I was able to acquire a property, a two-story house and lot which I bought way back in 2013. I wonder what is going to happen when I pass away. Does my husband has the ability to acquire the property I mentioned? By the way, the property's title is in my name and was bought when we were not yet married, but got married in 2014, year after I bought the property. Our marriage has been registered at the Philippine Statistics Authority. Kindly advise in the Philippine law if my husband can legally own the property when I pass away. If not, will I be able to pass it to any of my siblings or nephews or nieces? Thank you for your recommendation. Your spouse is considered as one of the compulsory heirs under the Civil Code of the Philippines. If your husband survives together with your brothers and or sisters or their children, your husband will be entitled to inherit 1/2 of the estate and the other half shall go to your brothers and or sisters or their children. Sa ilalim po ng 1987 Philippine Constitution, ang foreigner po ay pwedeng magmana ng lupa sa Pilipinas provided that it is through intestate succession. Ibig sabihin, isa po siya sa mga itinuturing ng batas na legal heir at hindi siya nagmamana sa pamamagitan lamang ng isang last will and testament. And for our final question, ito po ay galing kay Foxtrot Golf 5698. Not sure about this, so maybe you can give us your take on this, that if the Philippines gets into a situation where US citizens are required to evacuate, a person with dual citizenship will only be given a free protected flight when the last required or willing US citizen, non-dual, is gone. Let us not sugarcoat this issue. Let's call a spade a spade. Anyway, this is a burning topic nowadays. This must have something to do with the country's territorial dispute with China over the West Philippine Sea. Recently, the Philippines has allowed the United States access to 4 more military bases in the Philippines under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. That means it is an addition to the already existing ones. And China is not happy about it, raising the speculations that a war may possibly erupt in the near future. So what if the Philippines gets involved in a war with China and there's a need to evacuate US citizens from the Philippines? Will the non-dual US citizens be given priority and be flown back to the US first? How about the dual citizens? Well, for me, it presents an issue of discrimination, but I will just park that topic on discrimination for now. For the US government to undertake to evacuate its citizens from a country presupposes an extreme situation already. In most instances, the US government alerts its citizens of any imminent danger and would encourage its citizens to leave a country as soon as possible if necessary. This is what any other government would do. Providing its citizens with transportation is not the general rule, because the US government website explains that the regularly scheduled commercial transportation is always the best option whenever it is available. So in case a war is imminent, you will be advised to leave the country as soon as possible, taking advantage of the commercial flights available. The US government says that in extreme situations, it will do whatever it can, but it doesn't promise anything, because the responsibility to handle your own affairs and your own security primarily lies on you. Bottom line, you should leave before the crisis starts. Don't wait until it is too late. Another thing that you need to take into consideration is the possibility that the Philippine government can call its citizens to serve the country in times of war. Remember that under the 1987 Constitution, particularly Section 4 of Article 2, states that the government may call upon the people to defend the state, and in the fulfillment thereof, all citizens may be required under conditions provided by law to render personal military or civil service. Although the Constitution says that it can only happen if there is a law to that effect, well, the Philippine government can pass that law anytime. That is, if the laws that we already have are not yet enough. So, if you are a Filipino dual citizen, you are considered as a Filipino citizen who might be required to be conscripted for military services when there is a war. And maybe that could provide the reason why you can be effectively prevented from leaving the Philippines during a war. We will cover more questions in our next video. Yung mga tanong po na halos magkakapareho, pasensya na po kung hindi ko na po inuulit so that we could give time to other similarly important questions. I hope that I was able to provide you with clear answers and explanations. Please let me know of your thoughts and reactions in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, sana po ay mag-subscribe po kayo, and don't forget to click on that notification bell icon so that you will get notified of our future videos. Always remember, ignorance of the law excuses no one from compliance therewith. I will see you in my next video. Ingat po kayo.